Kenyan folks, Raila is officially dead and gone. As I'm making this video, there have been rumors circulating about the health of this man for quite some time. And personally, what I think is the man died a long time ago, but they had to keep it under wraps so that, they strategize on how to, combat the media and what people will say and the narrative. But one thing we know, Raila is now officially dead. And Kenyans are celebrating, some are crying. But one thing I know is that one man up there with the name of William Samoei Ruto is really cooked. I'm your host, Anonymous Whistleblower. Kindly consider subscribing if you're new, and let's dive into what really matters. So I had to dig in and check what people are saying outside here. And first of all, I'll start with Seth Olale, who we all know is a media personality. And he said, State House briefing with some continuous dots. And we all know what is going on. And the first person to talk about it is someone by the name of Msichana Yamrima. And she said, Waambie, people die every day. We sympathize and move on. And to make sure you know that Kenyans don't really give a flying F about the death of this personality or this person who they name as traitor, there is someone else by the name of Mickey. And he said, holiday loading. Sasa mtajua baba zenyu wako ushago na si Karen. And the video he posted there, it is people in a celebratory mood, popping champagne and dancing very happily. Which of course, I can tell you this for free, and it is a fact. For example, there is someone living in Kibera right now, and the parent lived in Kibera, and this person has a child living in Kibera. Just know that was a failure of one man who made their lives miserable, who made them live the way they are with empty promises each and every time. And most people who live there are people from the same community that this man comes from. So when we talk about politics, please look at people who are doing something meaningful for their people, or people who just come with their greedy intentions, personal interest, family before the family that gave him the votes. When I say family that gave him the votes, I'm talking about the common mwananchi. They call them Wanjiko, and people are very happy. I can't tell you how people are happy. Some people are saying we need a 1 week of pure holiday so that we may celebrate. Someone by the name of United said that end of the road for another traitor. The blood of the Gen Z will continue to haunt them. He received billions as Kenyans died. Let him enjoy the money in hell. Otherwise, people die every day and life must move on. And this will show you how the Kenyan people are very disconnected with the leadership of the country, where people don't care if you live or not. People don't care if something even bad happens to you. In fact, when something bad happens to you as a leader, you must think to yourself, what are we doing that these people are celebrating when things go south on our side? Someone by the name of Marshall said, I'll close with a Wenda proverb. An ant cannot climb the legs of an elephant and threaten to grape it. I don't know what he meant, but this one really made my day. Kasongo is cooked. And surely he is cooked, because this man was so selfish, was so self-centered, and you know who I'm talking about. He never even, how to groom someone who will take your position once you're not there. The same way, a father, if a father is a blacksmith, he trains his or her children, his children, to do what he does when he or she, when he is not there, not she. These days, people and this pronunciation of him, her, they, and they, and these trans manenos really confuses us nowadays. But what I'm saying is, this man never groomed anyone from his area. And when I'm saying the area, is the lakeside region. And you can see people saying this is the caption guy, and the picture he posted, it is a bunch of big sufurias on a motorcycle, and we all know the destination, and that is Bondo. So it has been speculations, but we really don't know. We are waiting for the breaking news to break the mainstream media, which of course it is suppressed. They don't want people to know, and now it is so good. And Dr. Ken Kamau saying we are on. Daria says Jogi Onego Jacom. Maybe it is Enda Salama Jacom. Umemaliza vita yako. And it's Mavela no caption says akimaliza msho nimesema ajidishi. Now this is referring to Kasongo mwenyewe. And Jack said nobody cares, man. We really don't care as Kenyans. That is what he's saying. George Mosika is saying invite ya kwenda Bondo imetoka, and it is very 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 celebrations in Kenya. Very very good moods are around people, especially the people in the low life are very celebrating. Mikhailo, I don't know if it's Modric or who, is saying RIP Raila Odinga, and that is to show you how people are feeling because of this sudden demise of this political figure. And someone by the name of Nelson Amenya, this was the whistleblower who whistle blew about the Adani scandal, and he says interesting times ahead for Kenya. And the first person to retweet was Wanyama Wafula, and he says, you think what I'm thinking about the death of the voter blocks? True. Let's wait and see, because to be honest, this untimely demise will really reshape the political landscape of Kenya in terms of voters and the voting blocks, which we have known traditionally to belong to one side or the other. Like we know, the western side of Kenya was dominantly about the ODM movement and the leader who people are celebrating his demise, and the coastal province people usually voted for him. So we are waiting to see the dynamics of what will happen because of this demise. Another person by the name of Spider is saying no handshake or calls for dialogue is going to save the Kenyan government or the oligarchic families this time. Indeed, because Kenya has been ruled by oligarchs. I'm telling you for fact. Because when you see from the founding fathers, they have made dynasties for themselves. Even when we speak about right now, this current one is trying to make a dynasty for himself, and you can see he's trying to combine all the relevant families that are still alive so that he can go unopposed when he's doing whatever he's doing. So it is so good. Someone is saying bad day in the office for Kasongo. That's true. Nelson replied, anaona vimulai, and it is true. Let's say this, in Luo Nyanza hakuna kubeba mkono ya mtu tena, kila mtu aanze kazi sasa. RIP Raila. And it's true, because this man was unchallenged when he said left, and you can hear even old women with husbands and big people with brains saying that when he says left, when he says we sleep on the road, we will sleep, no matter even if it is a trailer which will come, we don't care. It is time for everyone to stand for himself or herself. Exactly, Nelson. But it is very sad for an old man to die abroad while attempting to outlive his life. Down to all those who misused him. No, he's the one who misused people, if I'm not getting it wrong. So someone by the name of 210 Syndicate said, let's learn from his mistakes and be strategic like never before. Was he pro people or pro himself? And we all know the answer. He was pro himself, shouting from without and silent when within. Offensive from without and defensive when within. We know him, we know his tricks. Joey, we know Joey, and it is the time for now people to celebrate. And this is, as I finish, this is kenya.co.ke, and they said Politicians share cryptic messages after reports of Raila's death, and we can see what people are saying, which of course, someone by the name of Mohammed Abdikabdir, and we know him. Uh, Today, he is a media personality. Today, the African continent lost a great leader, and the Republic of Somaliland also today lost a great friend at Raila Odinga. So, meaning that this man is no longer with us, and it is true, because we can see pictures like this floating around, and someone else is saying Bondo direct, another one is laughing, and that is what it means to the Kenyan people. So when you treat people well, even in your last days, people will show up and treat you well. But if you treat people like tissue papers, this is what happens usually. People will celebrate, and it is not because of a life well lived. It is because they just wanted you to get out of their lives. And for me and the anonymous whistleblower fraternity, what I can say is rest in peace, Raila Amolo Odinga. Till we meet, because I don't know if we will meet. I don't know the destination, because most will say hell. It is another, topic of discussion where people go after they die. But Joey, enda kabisa. So it has been anonymous whistleblower. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Till the next one. Cheers. Stand by in 3, 2, 1, go.